Henry writes to me. My grandson is Henry, but I don't think this is that particular Henry. Hey, Paul, given that you have spent decades on doing all sorts of crazy crap on recreating sounds, I'm quite interested to know, have you ever thought about if the real world that we live in is a giant simulation? Therefore, it can't be infinite in things like audio sampling rate and video frame rates. Obviously, no one would ever know the full true state of our universe. I'm just curious in hearing your beliefs on that. I think you've been watching too much of The Matrix, man. Well, you're in good company. Elon Musk thinks that we're in a digital simulation. And so what do I think about that? I think it is kind of irrelevant. Let's imagine for a moment that we actually are. Well, this simulation is so real, we cannot tell the difference. So what you see is what you get. Now, I don't think we're in a simulation. I think that this is the natural order of things. I do have a lot of thoughts about how we perceive the world. And I'm not going to bore this audience with all of those thoughts, but I'll give you some of them. We know that everything we see here is a made-up illusion, okay? Me. It's all from a perspective, okay? My hand looks very solid. I can feel it. I can break my finger if, I was dumb enough to do something like that. I bleed. All of that seems so very real. But I also know that as we go down into the microscopic levels, none of this is solid. This is just a grouping of molecules, tighter here and less there. It only appears to me to be when this group of molecules attacks that group of molecules, it seems, that's just my illusion. It's just my vision of it. If you can imagine, think about for a moment an ant. An ant is a conscious being of some sort, and how aware are they of us walking around? Their little world is very different than ours. They're seeing things at a very different level, or a flea, or there's all kinds of microscopic creatures running around on your face and on your skin, and yet you don't see those. They're there. We know, if we can look with electron microscopes, we know about atoms and molecules and how all of this is made up, and so all of this is basically just how we view it, what works for us. And so, I don't know that I want to go a whole lot deeper than that, because I think the value of those observations lies in us not being too convinced that this is all the way it is, that this is all real enough that there are no other viewpoints or alternatives, which of course is ridiculous. The viewpoint of a tiny microscopic creature who has no clue about any of this is very different, and I have no clue what that creature's life is. I have no clue what it means to live under the ocean or to be a crab running around unaware of all of this stuff out there. So it's all a viewpoint. And I think that's valuable because it allows us as generous, kind human beings to be a little bit more forgiving as best we can of other people's viewpoints, realities, and how they see the world. It isn't that I see the world the right way, it's I see the world my way. And I want to be as kind and generous to all the creatures around me as I can, being aware that everyone's viewpoint is so different. And I just want to be cognizant of that. So, is it all a simulation? Sure. Works for me. All right. That's the craziest question I've ever gotten yet. I've been doing these like 5 years. And, and as long as we're on crazy questions about simulations and all that, let me give a shameless plug. If those of you that watch this probably know that I have a new YouTube channel, and it's called Emians, and it's about a book that I wrote. It's actually a trilogy. It's an adventure, a mystery, and it involves some of this kind of stuff, but in a just a fun read kind of way. And if you would like a free copy of the book Emians when it first comes out, definitely head over and subscribe to the Emian YouTube channel. And for everybody that has subscribed, I'm thinking maybe January 2023, February, somewhere around there, we're going to get around to actually printing up a whole bunch of copies and start thinking about getting them up on Amazon as a book. It's finished, and I've been handing it out to close friends who are like, wow, this book is just a page turner. and it's a novel. I mean, it's a fictitious novel based on some really interesting, crazy stuff that I have uncovered about Earth and our past. And so if that kind of stuff interests you at all, sign up for the YouTube channel, and I will announce, we're going to give away 200 or 300 copies. And if you'd like one, just hook up and we'll do what we can for you. And the easiest way to do that is well, you're on YouTube right now, or you wouldn't be watching this. Just on YouTube, just up in the search area, or whatever they have up there to go somewhere, just type in Emians, Emians, and that'll take you right to the Emian channel. Subscribe, and then as I produce more videos and stuff, you'll be informed of that. Okay, all right. Enough of this non-hi-fi related stuff. Probably lost half the audience already. All right, take it easy. Bye.